Hey everybody, it's your old pal Boise. Yeah, Grateful Dead. I'm feeling grateful. You ever feel grateful? Here's part of being grateful. I got it written down here. Let me tell you. Welcome to the video daily sobriety vlog. It's April 29th, a Wednesday. I have been sober for 14,274 days. Say that again. 14,274 days. 39 years and 28 days and 468 months and 28 days. Yeehaw. And I'm grateful. And today we're talking about being grateful. And I have the Grateful Dead t-shirt on, which made me think, yeah, I'm grateful. Well, they were grateful. And they're almost all dead now too. So the things that I grew up on, was familiar with, didn't love them at first, but learned to love them later, are now gone. Time moves on quickly. Don't forget to be grateful to people who are in your life, people who have helped you, people who support you, people who are all around you. Cheers. And it's good to be humble, good to be grateful. Proper definition of grateful, besides being an adjective, someone appreciative, thankful, or obligated for benefits received. I'm obligated for the benefits received for the people that helped me in my early stages of sobriety as I was detoxing, the ones who kept me under lock and key. That was a job they had to do. I wasn't the most gracious guest at first. And a lot of other people weren't, and some still weren't when they left. And some may have never been grateful again, but then they also felt grateful getting out and then running to their drug of choice and doing it again. Because in the long run, the 12 guys, there was 2 groups of 12 that were locked up in the halfway house, besides people coming in from the prison system. And I call this the Dirty Dozen. That's what I'll refer to when I say the Dirty Dozen. You know, it's my group. We're trying to fill that hole in our soul, each and every one of us. We had no idea what we were doing, no idea how to express and talk about things, and didn't even know how to process when we actually started feeling a little bit better. Like, what is this magic crap you're sending me? I feel a little bit enlightened. I feel a little bit of my load being lifted off my back. What is this evil spell you're showing me? Even though we were all self-medicating ourselves and thinking we were spot on with that idea. When we were trying to fix it within ourselves, it was like, what is this magic that you're bringing me? What is this black magic? I don't like it. It's uncomfortable. I have no idea what you're telling me and why I'm doing this and why I feel this way and why do I feel agitated and why do I feel nervous and why do I feel paranoid? I'm not even on cocaine right now and I'm feeling paranoid. What's going on? The thing is that with drugs, they block things within you and the journey starts within you. It's not so much the chemical going in, they block stuff. Then it's your body trying to react to it. That's the rush you feel. So when you're sober, you're feeling this rush and you're feeling, but you're not putting anything inside of you. So how can this be even true? What kind of magic is this? It's the same thing. Just takes a while to get used to it. I learned it later when I stopped doing drugs and I started running marathons and I'd run 6 miles a day. Oh, I still miss those days. And people say to me, the reason why you're into that? Yeah, because I'm healthy. I'm trying to turn my life around. I really feel good. I really feel positive. No, you're just getting a runner's high. God damn, what are you talking? You put me back into the junkie thing right away after what I run more than you. How can that even be a bad thing? It's because the endorphins get released just like when you did cocaine or any other type of drug, and all of a sudden it's rushing inside of you. Now that's what you're feeling. So when you're running and you're really tired and you feel like you're almost ready to damn die because you feel like you're really killing yourself, even the voice in your head might say, holy shit, dude, slow down. What are you doing? Bam, you get the runner's high and all of a sudden you get this, I got a second wind. Here I come, here I come, here I come. And all this stuff is flowing inside of you. But you're not thinking it's like doing an 8-ball at that point. You're exercising, you're doing a great thing. But it's the same thing. All the action and all the cinema and all the story and all the drama has always been inside of you. Now, you've hurt other people because of it. You've destroyed your life because of it. So you look outside and go, well, that's where all this came. No, it all came from inside of you still. It's all inside of you. And you know something? My arthritis got flared up. I couldn't run anymore. They took away both my knees. I tell people, even when I walk, I can do my light weights, my yoga, bike and swim and walk. I cannot run. I cannot run. If a dog is chasing me, I cannot even try to run. It's just, no, it doesn't work. They're fake knees. They're not fluid where you could run when I used to run. That's why you see a lot of older people walking around with a big staff, a stick, a Moses walking cane. So in case something comes after them, they can beat the hell out of it and stand their ground. That's all you got is stand your ground. And maybe I just thought of that now. Maybe that's where the NRA went, why don't we come up with stand your ground law? That would be good. You know what it's like to be trapped. You can't move, so you just pull your gun out and shoot it. Well, what if you're a security guard that's not supposed to be having a gun, and you're in a neighborhood and you're a bigot, and you see a black kid with a hoodie, because all kids that wear hoodies are thugs, and he's black, so you're going to stop him, and you tell the cops who you are and that you're going to stop him, and they tell you, no, do not do that, George Zimmerman, and he still goes after that person and fights him off, and then shows that he attacked me, he's got scars on my head here. And the kid had a bottle of Snapple. He was brave. He fought you off because he had to stand his ground or run, but you had a gun, so how could he run? So he had to stand his ground just like I'd have to stand my ground with a stick and a dog. So he fought you like a mad dog to save his life, and you justified shooting him because of it, because he was just going to see his parents or stepdad, and he had a bottle of Snapple. Wow, there's a rabbit hole I didn't think I was going to go into today. You know, the thing about George Zimmerman, too, this is where they gets me, too. Then he started making money at gun shows. Come and meet George Zimmerman with $20. You can get a picture with George and an autograph for killing Trayvon Martin. No shit, that's what we become. Oh, he was defending himself with a gun while someone was fighting him off. Shut the fuck. Can we just deal with reality just for one fucking minute? And I have to watch this on TV and go, God damn. I even say to myself sometimes, what's the point of being sober with this kind of stupid shit? But that's what I'm getting at. All of us should be fixing that hole in our soul. We need to look at the world through corrective lenses. We need to see the world through sober eyes. You know, when we get a Supreme Court justice, I like beer. Who the fuck is this guy? I like beer. I don't want anyone that wants beer. As a matter of fact, I want my Supreme Court justices to take random drug tests. And if they fail, they take another immediate one. And if they fail again, they are suspended, they are fined, and they are going to jail. Because they put law in jeopardy, and they need to be the keepers of the law. Same goes for cops, firefighters, teachers. Yeah. Too much of this stuff going on. We know friends. Hell, you know people. All right? Let's be honest for this for once. Let's put on the sober eyes. What's going on here? But, you know, when they were going to see George Zimmerman, they're paying $20. I remember this one guy, and if you're watching, it's good to see you, Patch. He was one of the guys that worked in the kitchen back in my Applebee's back in Nashville. And dude was strong, tough, and really a nice guy. But you'd be scared of him and intimidated because he was like a Black Panther with that patch. He's ripped, he's strong. He could just rip you a new one if he wanted to. And when he talked, he was very subtle. No, not subtle. Strong and quick. How you doing today, Patch? Fine. It's like, this guy could scare the shit out of Mr. T. I'm not kidding you. And I can just imagine Patch showing up with 2 gun belts and his machine gun or whatever, AK-47, because it's a gun show. And it's his right to carry it. And I get to see him going, yeah. Where's that George Zimmerman? I got $20. I want to see that motherfucker. That would have been, they would have called security on him. Why? Because he's black. Let's be honest. But he'd have a very strong case because George got his gun and he killed someone, and now you're paying $20 to see him. He's making a living off it. All I want to do is go see him. I'm not threatening him. I might sound threatening, but I ain't. I might look threatening, but I'm not. Now, where's that motherfucker? The reality is they wouldn't have let him in, you know? And that the reality is that we need to be real about everything at every moment of our time in our sobriety, and we have to make sure that people around us are real. Make sure our politicians are being truthful and real. Make sure everyone is being real. You be real. Don't sit there and argue that your club wants you to vote a certain way, so therefore you're going to. Because let's just put it in a football analogy because we're in Texas. Say you're a Cowboys fan. God bless you. I'm not. But if your quarterback sucks, and your quarterback blows the game, you're burning his jersey and telling Jerry Jones to trade that son of a bitch. You ain't going, we're voting for him again next year. That's how they do it in politics, so stop doing it. I'm a Minnesota Viking fan because I'm from Minnesota, but I like the Texans too. They're the stadium, man. The stadium's only like 11 miles from my house. I'm always around there. And we had a quarterback, Schwab, and they kept him and they gave him a contract. And I thought, well, he's not doing very well. And then he threw, I think it was 3 or 4 pick sixes right away where he threw the ball, intercepted, and they came in for a touchdown. Got the 6 points. And that was the year that they made the big contract with him. And people that were having their barbecues, because just like every other football stadium, they got just people just camping out and barbecuing and having a great time, and the big cookout, and everyone's just having a good time. Not only do you pay to see the game, you pay extra to bring your stuff in and barbecue, and they make money off that too. But it's a community. Very similar to when I used to go to a Jimmy Buffett concert, the party that went on and the barbecuing that went on and the drinking. That was part of the shenanigans too, but I was still there for the music anyways. And I used to be in the early days, used to be there for the drugs and the booze too. So, hey, I was on both sides of the fence. I just got on, in my opinion, the correct side. But they were out there barbecuing and burning his jerseys. Like, God damn, you just spent $150 on this guy's jersey, official jersey. You got it on sale, and now you're burning it up. Lighter fluid on the barbecue grills. They're swearing and screaming. And you wouldn't, if that was your president or your candidate or your senator, you're sure that fuck wouldn't have voted for him. But then they still do in Texas. And while I'm at it, that explains lying Ted Cruz. All right? Why the fuck do they keep voting for this guy? I can see him voting for Cornyn because I'm a conservative and he doesn't do any. He hurts everybody with his policy, but at least he's tight with his conservative action. Ted Cruz is a maniacal son of a bitch. Leaves his dog to freeze, takes off and leaves all of Texas to freeze, and heads out with his daughters and his wife. And then when he gets busted, says, I was just trying to bring Heidi and the girls home. Dude, you're a millionaire. You're a senator. Shut the fuck up. You just get in the plane tickets. Your wife probably has her own credit card. She doesn't need you to hold her hand. She can take the girls out of town. You're a man. You stay behind, Mr. Alamo. What the fuck? And they went ahead and voted for him again. Stop it. Only look at things with sober eyes. And then don't give me the whataboutism. Well, what about this guy? What about this guy? Can you focus on your fucking guy? Can you focus on your quarterback and fixing it? Don't worry about my team. I'm trying to do the same thing. The bottom line is my team and your team are going to go in the election, and we're going to see who wins. It's like a football game. So don't worry about who's my quarterback. Worry about your quarterback. You never hear people in football in the Super Bowl come up, whoa, our quarterback's not that bad. What about your guy? Our guy's going to beat your ass. That's the reality of it. Come on. So be real. Be truthful. little side shot there. Ooh, yeah. Because usually what we do is I'm the person who just does these things, and I give them to the people, and they edit and post them up. This is my daily sobriety vlog. But I also do Seeing the World Through Sober Eyes. I also do other podcasts. I also do Sincere Outreach. And then I also do kind of an angry, pissed off stand-up comic routine in the vein of Richard Pryor and George Carlin and the late great Bill Hicks here from Houston and Bill Burr, because I like people who call balls and strikes. They don't play for clubs. They don't play for teams. It's not left wing, right wing. It's right or wrong, okay? And if your quarterback sucks, trade him. Don't blame our quarterback. And don't blame our quarterback who's not even in power. That's even dumber yet. I think the stupidest thing is when a person can't even work a calendar. It's the other guy's policy. You've been president for a year and a half. When is your shit gonna kick in? Remember when you said you were gonna stop the Ukraine war on day one? As a matter of fact, I'll probably get it done even sooner. How would you get it done sooner if you're not president? You won the election in November, but you don't take power until January. How the F? And if you could, if you knew your pal Putin and other people would go ahead and just do it, you would have been elected by even a lot of Democrats if you could have made your promise before the election. Ooh, how come you didn't come up with that? What about this guy? What about this guy? This guy's too old. What about your guy now? He's only 2 years younger. Now he's drooling and falling asleep too. Now you ignore it? That's what I mean. Be truthful. Just be honest. Get a younger Republican then, for God's sakes. I hear tell you got a couple. Just be honest. Just be open and honest. And, I'm trying to be honest right now as I can. I'm trying to watch my F words because this is not the other podcast. This is not supposed to be rated R all the time, but sometimes it does slip because that's life and that's the way I live it. And sometimes my vulgarity is me still being open and honest. So I have to live with it, and unfortunately, so do you if you're in the sound of my voice. But I've had people say to me, this person's grandmother once said, and that's kind of cool, like, I don't really like the way he talks. He's got some real salty language, but he does make a good point. And the boy is truthful. Pretty unvarnished, but he's truthful. Thanks, Aunt Me. I appreciate that. It was pretty nice of her to say that, And that's the kind of feedback. Like I was talking in other videos about, you could be in your own little world and you look up and someone looks at you and goes, hey, just a gesture of, hey, good to see you. It can stop you in your tracks. There's nothing wrong with being open and honest with people. And if we're all open and honest with each other, if you have a child, it takes a village to raise one child, not you by yourself. You got teachers, you got a husband, you got a wife, you got family members, you got grandma, grandpa, you got principals, you got bus drivers, you got cops, you got firefighters, ambulance people that take care of the kid, make sure they're safe when there's an emergency. You're not alone. But if you act alone, don't be surprised if you're all alone. But you still wouldn't be all alone because there's a role for you too. We got the village idiot, we got plenty of them. So unfortunately, we got a whole team. Go ahead and join the ranks. We don't throw anybody out of the village. You're still in the village. You just happen to be the village idiot until you come to your senses. That's the way it works. Being truthful. Thank you. Thank you for Patreon. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for Cash App, Venmo, Chime, Buy Me a Coffee. All of a sudden, I'm losing my voice. Ooh, I'm losing my voice and losing my religion. Shout out to REM. Anyways, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, top of my soul. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being with us. And in the words of Ringo, peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. I appreciate the fact that you're here with us. I appreciate the fact that you're sober. I appreciate the fact that you're moving forward and doing something with your life. Now turn to the left or right of you and hug that person and say, hey, I love you. And I love you too. See ya. Bye-bye.